Everybody ready in the air. Let me see them ready in the air. Red, 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 red. Everybody sing it out, the mood is red. Hey, all of this labor in my head. I cannot wait to jump on my bed. To go and fuck like a bus I beg, cause the mood is red. The mood is red. Hey, all of this labor in my head. I cannot wait to jump on my bed. To go and fuck like a bus I beg, cause the mood is red. Everybody know, red up all in the air. Red up all in the air, I tell you, red up all in the air. Red up all in the air, I tell you, red up all in the air. Red up all in the air, I tell you, red up all in the air. Red up all in it, I tell you, peep peep, pop pop. No time for the talk talk. What we bring in is the walk walk from the bottom to the top top. Can't send ya, he waiting. Feel it, but then shaking. Pierre loving we bring in. No time for the faking. It's red. Hey, all of his labor in my head. I cannot wait to jump on my bed. To go and fuck like a bus I beg, cause the mood is red. The mood is red. All of his labor in my head. I cannot wait to jump on my bed. Hey, to go and fuck like a bus I beg, cause the mood is red. Everybody know, red up all in the air. Red up all in the air, I tell you, red up all in the air. Red up all in the air, I tell you, red up all in the air. Red up all in the air, I tell you, red up all in the air. Red up all in it, boy, Jerry, Maya, ready there for the fire. Putting the people first, you can't do that then retire. Showing them excited, watch how we united. You see what I did there? Go! We ready, ready. We're honest, we're butcher. We ready, ready. We're Emma, we're Shonda. We ready, ready. Show me a Stefan and Lisa. We ready, ready. Kieran Kifo Moses over. The mood is red. All of his labor in my head. I cannot wait to jump on my bed. Hey, to go and fuck like a bus I beg, cause the mood is red. The mood is red. Hey, all of his labor in my head. I cannot wait to jump on my bed. To go and fuck like a bus I beg, cause the mood is red. Everybody know, red up all in the air. Red up all in the air, I tell you, red up all in the air. Red up all in the air, I tell you, red up all in the air. Red up all in the air, I tell you, red up all in the air. Red up all in the air. Boy!
Is your reality feeling altered? Do you find yourself seeing the world through a strange, yellowed lens? Are you experiencing the disorienting symptoms of the dreaded yellow eye fever? It's a condition characterized by a loss of focus on the future, a general feeling of instability, and the unfortunate delusion that old problems can solve new ones. This fever, this affliction, has been linked to the ideology of the United Workers' Party. But there is hope. A proven course of treatment is available, introducing the only known cure for this particular strain of political malaise: a strategic dose of PJP. PJP is a powerful political remedy, formulated by the leadership of the St. Lucia Labour Party. Warning: PJP is potent. Side effects are overwhelmingly positive and include a healthy infusion of real economic development, the spontaneous arrival of a communal mood being red, and in rare yet frequent cases, an epidemic of random acts of love throughout the nation. Don't suffer through the symptoms of yellow eye fever any longer. For a clear-sighted reality and a healthy nation, the only prescription is a vote for PJP.
The SLP knows a dependable water supply is key. We're replacing aging water and sewerage systems with modern networks to make sure everyone has reliable and affordable potable water. So on December 1st, put your X next to the star. Vote for the St. Lucia Labour Party.
Warcastle South, it's voting time! And Ernest Hilaire delivers! Let's go!
He build up the center, fix
fix up the road, light up the fields where the young ones go. Whoa. Street to street and home to home. That's right. Progress in every zone. All right, let me go.
As the SLP representative for Castries South, it has been my greatest joy and honor to serve you. We've done a lot. We've come a long way, and there's a lot more to be done.
So raise your flag and wave it red. Ernest Hille delivers, full speed ahead. Let's go. Ernest Hille delivers. One more time. Ernest Hille delivers.
I'm Ernest Hille, and I endorse this message.
C'est mon nom, c'est moi des autres bagailles. Les bas en espoir, travail wed pour progrès, les peuples et succès toute famille en cette lycée. Yo ka mette mon premier. Laissez ou qui mettent ou supposé lever confiance moun. Amenez yo descend dans canal. Mais les chasse ne les autres. Qui ça y ka kachele? Li même ka di l'histoire. Les pauvres bien fins, chiens qui pas ka de bout happé, jackass. Y kouye en jeune femme qui ka koui business li en sakwe rien du tout. Y blâme maman qui ka lever sans papa pour crime. Il dit c'est criminel yo ka lever. En même temps, ils savent bon Dieu bail en bon la vie. Mais ils pas satisfait. Vieux malhonnête. C'est pas langue qui manque. C'est qualité, caractère. C'est jugement. Un homme comme ça pas supposé conduire pays nous. Ça pas parole en temps longtemps. Jodi jour chasse n'est qu'à dit jeunes gens, yo supposé paix et fâché. Cette lycée besoin un premier ministre qui ni respect pour les peuples. Pour tout travailleur, toute maman, tout jeune monde qui a conduit un business. Les bas qui a délivré espoir et progrès. Chasse c'est mentir, dérespecter et insulter. Les bas qui a mis mon premier. Chasse même gadi il pas connaître qui ça y est.
Putting people first. I don't know how that works.
Il s'est l'ennemi progrès. Pas jamais. Jamais oublier qui ça y est. Nous pas qu'à tourner vieux. Nous qu'à continuer à aller devant ensemble comme yon pays, yon nation, cette lycée. Moi savent il pas qu'à comprendre ça moi dire. Amoun, Aïdi, c'est moi qui dis. Nous qu'à voter pour les bas. Nous qu'à voter SLP.
Worried about sudden job loss?
Huh?
The SLP will introduce an unemployment insurance program
Yes!
to protect the basic standard of living for citizens who become involuntarily unemployed. So on December 1st, put your X next to the star. Vote for the St. Lucia Labour Party.
I'm expecting big and brighter things for the young people of St. Lucia, and especially our elderlies as well, because one thing the party has always done is to look for the future of our young people and that of our elderlies.
I happened to be listening to the budget that time. It was not something I intended on listening to, but then when I heard that party caused me to give the television a little more volume.
I think I was on my way home from school, and I think my mom was the one who told me about it.
Oh, I feel great. I don't have to face my credit union anymore to get that disbursement for the final portions of my school. That's less interest on my existing one that's there. So yeah, it came at a great time, especially the last year is the most expensive year, 2 semesters and $10,000. That's a lot of money, and it's really helpful.
In the final year where the work is heavy, I know now I can just focus full time on my education, knowing that I'm relieved of that fee, that hefty sum. So I'm definitely going to do my best this time around, putting my best foot forward.
I think it would relieve us in a way that we are motivated, and to see that our leaders are, they believe in our potential and are actually investing in our future. We're very happy about that.
Today is a day we have carried in our hearts, not for months, but for 16 long years. And today we gather not just for a formal handover of keys and documents, but to witness the closing of one profound chapter and a vibrant beginning of another.
We must never, ever allow what occurred at St. Jude to ever happen in this country again if we love this country.
I must extend a special word of thanks to former Prime Minister Kenny Anthony, for he continued the construction from where I left off.
I now live for the future. The past merely informs my future. Prime Minister, we did it. We did it. Prime Minister Pierre called me and said to me, Reno, the only thing I'm asking you for is to get this hospital completed for the people. I said, boss, that's all? He said, yes, that's all I will ever ask of you. And I did it. I'm happy I did it.
I am here because the Prime Minister of St. Lucia invited me as the Minister for Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs to receive the keys for the new St. Jude Hospital. And I'm happy to be here to receive the keys.
Today is a day of remembrance, a day to honor the lives we lost and the burden of this community has carried for so many years. A day to reflect on the families who stood outside these grounds, searching for answers on the uncertainty that swept through Vieux, on the collective heartbreak that touched an entire nation. 16 years is a long time. Too long. Too long for the people of the South to wait for the hospital to return home. Too long for mothers and fathers who had to travel miles for care. Too long for the doctors, nurses, and hospital staff who kept serving day after day in conditions no professional should ever have to endure. And I say this plainly, the conscience of this government, my government, could not allow this situation to continue.
My brothers and sisters, tomorrow we face a choice that will shape our future. Not just a choice between two political parties or even two people. It's a choice between two very different plans for where our country goes from here. Our island has seen good times and bad. We've had leaders who listened, who cared, and put people first. And we've had leaders driven by ego, by headlines, by self-interest. We know the difference. And now, more than ever, we can't afford to go back. The world is changing fast. Crises that begin across the ocean still reach our shores. And though we have repaired the damage we inherited, though we've restored stability after years of mismanagement, repair alone is not enough. St. Lucia deserves better than simply getting back on track. The next 5 years will demand more than resilience, more self-sufficiency, and more confidence in our ability to shape our own destiny. And above all, a commitment to the people in every constituency and the island as a whole. That is the Labour way. It guides every decision we make, and together we can grow our economy, prepare our children for the future, and build a St. Lucia where everyone has a fair chance. A nation filled with pride. But to choose this path or even turn back is the choice we face tomorrow. To stay with a team of proven leadership and steady hands, or hand this country to the careless, the reckless, the untrustworthy, and the vengeful. To keep moving forward as one proud, confident, independent people. Or return to a time when only the friends and family of those in charge received favor. You know my team. You know what it means to put people first. When you step into that polling station, you have a choice to make. The choice you make will determine whether St. Lucia rises with unity and opportunity or slides back into the hopelessness and instability we worked so hard to repair. Tomorrow, the future of our nation, our children, our economy, our dignity is in your hands. This is no ordinary moment. This is a defining one. Choose progress. Choose unity. Choose a St. Lucia that will move forward together. May God bless you, and may God bless our beautiful island home, St. Lucia. I thank you.
Worried about sudden job loss?
Huh?
The SLP will introduce an unemployment insurance program.
Yes!
To protect the basic standard of living for citizens who become involuntarily unemployed. So on December 1st, put your X next to the star. Vote for the St. Lucia Labour Party.
I'm expecting big and brighter things for the young people of St. Lucia, and especially our elderlies as well, because one thing the party has always done is to look for the future of our young people and that of our elderlies.
I happened to be listening to the budget that time. It was not something I intended on listening to, but then when I heard that party caused me to give the television a little more volume.
I think I was on my way home from school, and I think my mom was the one who told me about it.
Oh, I feel great. I don't have to face my credit union anymore to get that disbursement for the final portions of my school. That's less interest on my existing one that's there. So yeah, it came at a great time, especially the last year is the most expensive year, 2 semesters and $10,000. That's a lot of money. And it's really helpful.
In the final year where the work is heavy, I know now I can just focus full time on my education, knowing that I'm relieved of that fee, that hefty sum. So I'm definitely going to do my best this time around, putting my best foot forward.
I think it would relieve us in a way that we are motivated, and to see that our leaders are, they believe in our potential and are actually investing in our future. We're very happy about that.
Today is a day we have carried in our hearts, not for months, but for 16 long years. And today we gather not just for a formal handover of keys and documents, but to witness the closing of one profound chapter and a vibrant beginning of another.
We must never, ever allow what occurred at St. Jude to ever happen in this country again if we love this country.
I must extend a special extend a special word of thanks to former Prime Minister Kenny Anthony, for he continued the construction from where I left off.
I now live for the future. The past merely informs my future. Prime Minister, we did it. We did it. Prime Minister Pierre called me and said to me, Moreno, the only thing I'm asking you for is to get this hospital completed for the people. I said, boss, that's all? He said, yes, that's all I will ever ask of you. And I did it. I'm happy I did it.
I am here because the Prime Minister of St. Lucia invited me as the Minister for Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs to receive the keys for the new St. Jude Hospital. And I'm happy to be here to receive the keys.
Today is a day of remembrance, a day to honor the lives we lost and the burden of this community has carried for so many years. A day to reflect on the families who stood outside these grounds, searching for answers on the uncertainty that swept through Beaufort, on the collective heartbreak that touched an entire nation. 16 years is a long time. Too long. Too long for the people of the South to wait for the hospital to return home. Too long for mothers and fathers who had to travel miles for care. Too long for the doctors, nurses, and hospital staff who kept serving day after day in conditions no professional should ever have to endure. And I say this plainly, the conscience of this government, my government, could not allow this situation to continue.
I was pleased when the government came up with the program about the first generation scholarship, and I am one of the beneficiaries of that. I'm the only university graduate of my family, my household.
I'm happy where you can work, you can get a higher salary, and then you can take care of your parents after so many years of sacrifice. Man, it means so much. It means so much. I'm just saying that and this is feeling my heart. And I can tell someone, I know for sure that my mom and dad is very, very, very pleased and happy with what the government has done, especially assisting their son in attending university.
Oh, PJ cares. I love his character. He's a man of the soil. He was born and raised in Marcia, so he understands the cry of the people. And everything and every day, what he does is to put people first, and I'm very pleased with that.
In 2021, our country was hurting. The economy had contracted. Unemployment was at its highest. Nearly half of our young people were without work, and the spirit of our people was tested. But then, leadership that made people its priority stepped forward. From the moment he took office in July 2021, the Prime Minister got to work, establishing a minimum wage, removing income tax for workers earning under $4,000, and investing in the youth. Unemployment fell to its lowest level in history. Pensions increased. Universal health coverage began taking shape. Families got back on their feet, and hope returned to our communities. Now it's time to move forward together toward a future of shared prosperity and hope for every St. Lucian.
Expect a bold vision that will take this country from where we are now, with the progress that has been made for the last 4.5 years. I am expecting a bold vision for what is to come for the 5 years ahead. This is what I expect in the manifesto. I expect to see plans, ideas for economic growth. I expect to see continued work in the area of the youth. I expect to see new and continuous thinking for investment and trade. I expect to see and hear some ideas about education, healthcare. You see the health situation now. Finally, St. Jude is done. is completed. So now it's just a matter of settling down and implementation of St. Jude, right? It's all done. So yeah, I am personally very optimistic as to what we'll find in the manifesto. I think it's a strong vision, a powerful vision to carry the country forward.
Labour believes in the hard work, dignity, and future of every St. Lucian family. We put people first because leadership should lift people up, not tear them down. But what does Alan Chasney think of you? His own words tell the story. Mendicants, barking dogs, jackasses. He called a young female entrepreneur a non-entity. He blamed the single mothers, calling them breeders of criminals, while praising gang leaders for doing good things. These weren't slips of the tongue. They were the ruthless judgments of a man unfit to serve. And this isn't ancient history. Even today, Chasney tells our young people to be afraid and angry. St. Lucia deserves leaders who respect the people they serve. Every worker, every mother, every young entrepreneur. While SLP delivers on stability and hope, Chasney offers only disrespect and sabotage. While SLP puts people first, Chasney admits he doesn't even understand what this means. He is the enemy of progress. Never forget who he is. We cannot turn back. We must move forward together as one St. Lucia. Vote the St. Lucia Labour Party.
One day.
Papa bon Dieu, mon papa couille en vie. N'a couille en espoir de où Jésus, qu'il fait tout ça qui mérite, tout ça qui est nécessaire pour nous tous.
Let them hear. Let them hear the sound of a people ready for action. Let them hear the sound of a community demanding a fresh beginning. Let them hear the sound of victory.
Jésus, m'a prié principalement by qu'il faut. Papa m'a prié de valier puis tout chez moi. Et n'a demandé Jésus, bali force, bali courage, bali santé pour garder après nous on choisir because nous ha été des qu'on des talents et nous pas ouais pour nous aller devant.
From one end of this constituency to the next, the people of Choiseul Saltibus have embraced Gibson as a legitimate child of the Labour Party and the next MP for Choiseul Saltibus.
Tonight I am asking you to join me. I am asking you to join me and make some noise. For too long, our silence has been mistaken for satisfaction.
You see that humility, that sense of purpose, that is the true measure of a leader.
Choiseul and Saltibus, I accept your endorsement.
Now the war is not over. Victory is won.
The Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre, that man was sent from God. Yes, he's a politician, but that's how God sent him to us to rescue St. Lucia. And he's been doing a magnificent job. So he needs 5 more years.
Oh, after God is JP. I can say that. God sent him to do that job he's doing there. It's God that sent him to do that.
Après bon Dieu, c'est lui. Ma suko konta bon Dieu. After God is my Prime Minister.
Tout le monde a dit Philippe Jean-Pierre c'est un bon Dieu. Because c'est bon Dieu qui a fait quelque chose à Philippe Jean-Pierre a fait simplicité. Because le gouvernement de là a prêté l'argent tout côté, il fait Prime Minister payer l'argent. Et Prime Minister pour aller pièce côté prêter l'argent. C'est l'argent presque tout seul qui a servi pour nous. Et tout le monde d'accord avec ça. Et ça même il pas même pousser ban et mahabou.
That's a prophet God sent for us. And God sent Philip J. Pierre the blessing.
Comrades, I love you.
We are transforming our education system for the future. We'll introduce a national digital skills program focusing on data, artificial intelligence, and cybersecurity, with the goal of having 50% of classrooms become smart classrooms by 2035.
So on December 1st, put your X next to the star. Vote for the St. Lucia Labour Party.
I found out 2 years ago that I had breast cancer, well, officially diagnosed, but prior to that, I felt a lump in my breast. She went about it, she read the results, and she told me that I was stage 2 breast cancer. I'm not lying to tell you, when I walked out of the office, I cried a little bit. I went to the washroom, I cried. And I said to myself, you know what? Why cry now? It's time for me to think of ways to make some money. The journey began, and the costs started coming in with scans and blood work and that you had to do before you even start the process of treatment. It was a little hectic. I tried to get some assistance from the minister. I tried to get assistance to the places, but a lot of places were asking you for like a medical report and whatnot. So I had to try and do it on my own. I started on my process with my chemo and whatnot. The ladies that get access to that right now, they're very fortunate. Because at that time I had to pay for it. Like I said, I paid almost about $900 total. But right now it's easier for them because the clinic starts off treatment for you, where even if you cannot make a payment right away, as long as you get those things done, they could start off for you. So a lot of people are fortunate to have that free mammogram going, and so I'm happy for them because it gives you a little hope. Because trust me, when you get that and you're seeing the cost and stuff, you're losing every hope that you have of fighting this thing. On behalf of cancer patients, that is, and especially breast cancer patients, I would say thank you first of all. Even if I was not able to be part of that era where they free up the free mammograms and things, but then they have taken an interest in something that's affecting a lot of their citizens.
Under the UWP, horses had a better home than our human patients. St. Jude Hospital sat unfinished for years while Chasney poured millions into a racetrack. The St. Lucia Labour Party fixed that. St. Jude is now complete. Universal healthcare is finally a reality. Don't gamble your health on Chasney and the UWP. On December 1st, vote for the St. Lucia Labour Party.
St. Lucia stand tall, PJP in the place, boss settings.
Pierre step out with the big man flex. Swag up and pint him no bow him no stress. Confidence high him and laid with the truth. From Castry straight across the island youth. Them try to fight him but him rise every year. Nothing can shake Mr. Philip J. Pierre. Look the big boss without excuse. Walk with a swagger him choose him moves. Big leader vibes him have no fear. The toughest prime minister of Philip J. Pierre. Him walk with a step where shake up the ground man. Clean man sharp every move well sound from north to south. Them respect him name cause him led with purpose. Him no play a game. When trouble come around him stand up declare. No retreat no fear that a PJP swear. Them wish fist him fail but him climb every stair. Man rise like sun every morning him flare. Look the big boss him nah lose. Walk with a swagger him choose him moves. Big leader vibes him have no fear. The toughest prime minister of Philip J. Pierre.
Well, being honest, I believe a lot will be provided, all right? Especially with Mr. Pierre. He will, like he always deliver, I believe whatever he's gonna put on the manifesto with his colleagues, they're gonna make better change again.
It is my duty to welcome you all to the community of Marshall, a community which is dear to my heart, instrumental to my upbringing, and that I will always call home.
Marshall, as you heard, has a very special story to tell. My vision was the benefits of tourism must accrue to as many people as possible. And I'm very happy that Dr. Hilaire and the Ministry of Tourism, they bought into that idea, because people did not buy into the idea sometimes. They thought that what we needed to do in Marshall was to go and work in a hotel only. This facility belongs to you, but it is a tribute to Shining and his family. And I want to give him a round of applause. It's a tribute to him because he has always, and I remember speaking to Shining on some occasions, and we spoke about that. And the initial reaction was, why not try to repair where they practiced before? And we found that because it was government funds, it would have been a little difficult, so we decided that he'd find a space there, and he agreed, and he gave it 100% support.
These facilities are more than just grass areas or turf and concrete. They also include infrastructure like pavilions, changing rooms, toilets, gates and fences, sitting areas and lights.
Became a minister or even considered a candidate for the SLP. He came to me and he told me that if I ever become a minister, if they ever select me and I become a minister, I would want to be a sports minister. I will turn head first gradually into a mini stadium, which you could see now that we live in that dream. And secondly, he said he's going to create a league where we will be paying players, and we also live in that dream. To be honest, when I heard the press conference for the semi-pro that is going to be launched, I was super excited, especially for the kids, because what happened is it creates a little revenue where they get compensated for a sport that they love, and it can also keep them off the streets. I'm urging each and every one of you to go out and vote, and make sure you don't go and vote against the semi-pro, because you know why? You've been playing your entire lives for nothing, and now that we're playing and we're getting something. So this is not a paid advert, but I'm just urging all St. Lucian footballers to go out and make that right choice.
The mood? Great.
The successful youth economy is getting an upgrade.
Clock it!
We'll launch a virtual market platform for young entrepreneurs to showcase their products and start a youth entrepreneurship home construction program to create new opportunities.
So on December 1st, put your X next to the star. Vote for the St. Lucia Labour Party.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
This is probably the largest Labour Party gathering we've ever had.
Wow, wow, wow.
If you're fashing up, will you stick? BJP for the VM links, we go give them all flower out of it.
This will be another nail in the coffin of the United Workers' Party. Miku North, Miku South, those bal. A woman of class and quality in Shendali Aracting.
John Paul Estefan is an impressive candidate.
Gibson is a problem solver.
A new beginning for Choiseul, a new beginning for Saltibus.
Under the masterful leadership of Philip J. Pierre.
I am a very proud man. I am proud because I see people like Danny Butcher raising their hands.
The mood is we want BJP instead. Is it the mood?
Love to hear it and love to see it. There's something about labor love, and I am one that can really testify for it. There is nothing like labor love.
We want mood is red. We want PJP instead. Easy.
Remember when Alan Chasney's UWP crashed our economy? National debt soared, jobs vanished, businesses collapsed. They borrowed and wasted hundreds of millions and left St. Lucia broke.
We have no more money.
But in 2021, we said enough. Philip J. Pierre and the St. Lucia Labour Party turned things around. Debt is down. Unemployment is at record lows. And for the first time ever, workers have a decent minimum wage. Don't let the United Workers' Party wreck it again. Keep St. Lucia working. On December 1st, vote the St. Lucia Labour Party.
We're tackling crime by addressing the causes. We will introduce a violence interrupters program using influential community individuals to de-escalate violent situations. We will also build new police headquarters and a modern police training academy.
So on December 1st, put your X next to the star. Vote for the St. Lucia Labour Party.
Remember the UWP's business deals? They sold a government mall for $30 million, then rented it back for $56 million. Let that sink in. That's not leadership. That's looting. Philip J. Pierre and the St. Lucia Labour Party ended the corruption circus. We cleaned up contracts, invested in people, passed laws to prosecute thieves in suits. Vote for clean hands and a strong future. On December 1st, vote for the St. Lucia Labour Party.
I remember being here last year when the Prime Minister made this announcement that he will not only give us this donation, but he is going to increase this donation. So I am elated this afternoon to see what the Prime Minister said come to a reality. We appreciate your kind donation towards our early childhood center. And last year, indeed, this donation helped us to develop our school's office and also enhance the environment. And it has also encouraged to help each child develop holistically. Bravo, Honorable Philip J. Pierre. May the Almighty God continue to bless you and your team as you make substantial decisions concerning early childhood and education in St. Lucia.
Being Prime Minister isn't easy. Every day, I think about the people who've placed their trust in me. There are tough days and decisions that weigh heavily. But those moments remind me why I serve. Because every face, every story reminds me who I'm fighting for. Leadership isn't about power. It's about people. It's about staying true to your values even when the path is hard. I made a promise to listen, to serve, and to stand with you, not just in the good times, but through every challenge we face.
I know we'll be alright. I will stay with you. Ooh.
Another sunrise over St. Lucia, another chance to keep building together. When Labour took office in July 2021, our nation was hurting. Families were struggling, businesses were uncertain, and hope felt distant. But we made a promise to restore stability, rebuild confidence, and put our people first. 4 years later, that promise has been kept. Our economy is stronger, our people are working again, and we are setting out the path for future opportunity. Today, more St. Lucians are going to work than ever before. Those earning the least now keep more of what they earn. And for 3 straight years, the government has run positive budgets, keeping our country growing, our finances stable, and proving that responsible leadership delivers. Vote for stability. Vote for leadership. Vote for prosperity. Vote for the St. Lucia Labour Party.
Agriculture is a fortified pillar of our economy. We will commission a meat processing facility to process premium cuts from local livestock and encourage youth engagement in agriculture and hobby farming.
So on December 1st, put your X next to the star. Vote for the St. Lucia Labour Party.
We're committed to energy independence. We will continue to drive geothermal energy development for St. Lucia's baseload needs. And we will install photovoltaic systems, solar panels, on government buildings to reduce fossil fuel dependence.
So on December 1st, put your X next to the star. Vote for the St. Lucia Labour Party.
I am expecting a little more for NGOs in terms of charitable organizations, because I spearhead one myself, Feed the Poor Ministry, and a little more towards the youth programs. But first of all, I must say that to conceptualize the youth economy, as you say, 10 out of 10, but if a little more is given to do more towards the youth empowerment, it'll be good, yeah.
St. Lucia is moving forward as a technologically driven small island developing state. We will implement a National Artificial Intelligence Center, NAIC, for workforce retraining and research. This will lead to more transparent and efficient public services through DigiGov and AI-powered tools.
So on December 1st, put your X next to the star. Vote for the St. Lucia Labour Party.
I am expecting the manifesto to give us a programmatic platform that is going to continue the work that has begun, especially as far as the economy is concerned. I am looking for a manifesto that will say something about continuing the restructuring of our economy, because as you know, traditionally our economies in the Caribbean lean very, very heavily on one or two sectors, and we need to diversify and structure our economies in such a way that these economies are more resilient. So I am going to expect from our manifesto that as far as economics is concerned, that we will be looking at the economic structure and continuing to diversify. I must say, one of the very, very significant moves is the helping to build a base of the economy through the youth economy, the entrepreneurship that the youth economy is in fact egging on, and that is very, very important. But as I say, I am expecting to see something to do with a restructuring or the continued restructuring of the economy. Another thing that I am looking forward to see is a greater accent on our cultural development. I know that that Ernest Hilaire has that in his portfolio, but I know also that he probably has to give a lot of his attention to tourism, and so that, in a sense, sometimes the development or the investment in the cultural aspect of our lives may tend to take a backseat. But I think we have to look at culture. A home for the performing arts is one of the things that I want to see come to fruition, and I am hoping that something is mentioned in this manifesto for a national home for the performing arts.
What I'm expecting from the manifesto is probably an extension of the last
promises done, probably an extension of that, because I think that right now, me as an electorate, to me, a manifesto is promises, but the booklet that the SLP just took out, I think that is very important because it actually tells you what they have already done. It's not no shoulda, coulda, or woulda, it's didda, right? So I'm more concerned about the didda and the manifesto. I think they did so much already, it's just an extension, continuation of the work. Okay, so that's what I'm expecting.
To provide quality care, we're building and commissioning new facilities. This includes commencing work on the Soufriere Hospital and commissioning the St. Jude Hospital. We will also finish the fifth finger of the OKEU Hospital.
Empower Kenyan Tony, where he opened schools so that everybody could get an opportunity to go to secondary school. And now this first generation scholarship, it is a blessing to me. I mean, I used to be a preschool teacher before. Where on earth would I get over $20,000 to get a scholarship? I would not even dream of an opportunity like that. So I'm just grateful.
I'm a mom of 3 daughters. Well, my first daughter originally, she went to Corinth. She has left school. My second daughter is at Bocage for maths, English. She's doing food and nutrition, equivalent textile, biology, and Spanish. Currently, government will be paying for 4 subjects for her, would be maths, English, Spanish, and also biology. So roughly right now, we will be paying CXC $425 and something cents. So when I check my daughter's CXC, it would have cost me about $800 roughly. Oh, sorry, I would say 900. No. I would give them an A, definitely, because I mean, Philip JP has helped so much, tremendous. By first thing, we have the paying the school fees. So I was one of those, you know. Yes, they paid the school fees for my daughter. Look, right now she's benefiting from, or she'll be benefiting from CXC being paid. My daughter also trying to pursue nursing. So Philip JP also has stuff in place for nursing. So I am very pleased with Philip JP, and I pray that, you know, this year another 5 years. So hopefully that my next daughter, in time of CXC, I will get that assistance as well.
I am expecting to see some more people-centered policies continuing on the sides that have already been done. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to be happening in health and what's going to be happening for our young people. I think these are the 2 things that will interest me the most. I'm also hoping that there is something significant in there for the creative industries. That is my passion, and I'm really hoping that in our manifesto there's something reflected in there on that.
Moi-même, depuis l'hôpital a brûlé, moi toujours t'ai dit, c'est en bas les bon parti l'hôpital ça li pour fait. C'est là moi t'ai toujours dit. Parce que sinon jour les moi quand moi de parler après l'hôpital a brûlé, moi dit qu'on est-ce que l'hôpital ça on peut toute partie UWP tout en toi pouvoir, mais c'est les bon parti qui dit pour vers l'hôpital ça, fini l'hôpital ça. L'hôpital là, moi travaille à l'hôpital là, l'hôpital les bas vini commencer l'hôpital là, t'es qu'à pressure wash pour organiser l'hôpital là. Et puis l'hôpital là, c'est pas pour l'autre monde qui t'es jamais fini si pas t'es les bas. Et puis moi dis, bah moi même toujours dit, c'est pas Pierre, c'est pas Pierre qui vient trapper Koy, premier ministre pas Koy. C'est bon Dieu qui voyait un special monde dans nous cette ici pour tirer nous en bas tribulation nous terre avec ces gens UWP. Et puis moi ta quoi nous simplicien supposé chebe à sous Pierre et pas jamais oublier Pierre. Puisque Pierre en parti à longtemps. Moi-même, connais Pierre en parti ça à longtemps. Puis, depuis 1979, moi-même, j'ai fait des politiques, j'ai campagne, j'ai fait mouvement, from Sicily, pour venir juste toujours. moi c'est un spokesman en lait politique moi pas de côté naïve m'a parler politique il paye 1 million flambeau là et moi yon les bas là c'est plaisir pour moi ni parole et puis c'est flambeau puisque moi même là où on a parlé politique moi m'a parlé bagay yo dit m'a parlé fax m'a parlé bagay qui a fait il pas ni pièce premier ministre nous a ni cette ici qui a performé ben nous en cette ici con Dieu Pierre ça fait pour 4 années là.
My name is Emilius Morris. I'm a hospital attendant at the St. Joe's Hospital.
I am Malina Antoine, charge nurse of the outpatient department.
After this fire, it has been so hectic at the stadium. Our patients have been suffering and all.
After 16 long years of having to work in conditions that were sometimes unbearable, having to share spaces to provide services to our patients, having our patients waiting for long extended hours just for procedures to be performed. I am thankful that we are moving, and I know I am not the only one. Thus, we, the staff of the outpatient department, look forward to providing the services, the quality services that our patients deserve. Thanks to the Most High and to all who has made it.
Everybody ready now the air. Let me see them ready now the air. Red, 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 red. Everybody sing it out, the mood is red. Hey, all of his labor in my head. I cannot wait to jump on my bed. To go and vote like a bus I beg, cause the mood is red. The mood is red. Hey, all of his labor in my head. I cannot wait to jump on my bed. To go and vote like a bus I beg, cause the mood is red. Everybody know, red up all in the air. Red up all in the air, I tell you, red up all in the air. Red up all in the air, I tell you, red up all in the air. Red up all in the air, I tell you, red up all in the air. Red up all in it, I tell you, peep peep, pop pop. No time for the talk talk. What we bring in is the walk walk from the bottom to the top top. Can't send ya, he waiting. Feel it, but then shaking. Pierre loving we bring in. No time for the faking. It's red. Hey, all of his labor in my head. I cannot wait to jump on my bed. To go and vote like a bus I beg, cause the mood is red. The mood is red. All of his labor in my head. I cannot wait to jump on my bed. Hey, to go and vote like a bus I beg, cause the mood is red. Everybody know, red up all in the air. Red up all in the air, I tell you, red up all in the air. Red up all in the air, I tell you, red up all in the air. Red up all in the air, I tell you, red up all in the air. Red up all in it, boy, Jerry, Maya, ready there for the fire. Putting the people first, you can't do that then retire. Showing them excited, watch how we united. You see what I did there? Go! We ready, ready. We're honest, we're butcher. We ready, ready. We're Emma, we're Shonda. We ready, ready. Show me a Stefan and Lisa. We ready, ready. Kieran Kifo Moses over. The mood is red. Boy, all of his labor in my head. I cannot wait to jump on my bed. Hey, to go and vote like a bus I beg, cause the mood is red. The mood is red. Hey, all of his labor in my head. I cannot wait to jump on my bed. To go and vote like a bus I beg, cause the mood is red. Everybody know, red up all in the air. Red up all in the air, I tell you, red up all in the air. Red up all in the air, I tell you, red up all in the air. Red up all in the air, I tell you, red up all in the air. Red up all in the air. Boy!
Is your reality feeling altered? Do you find yourself seeing the world through a strange, yellowed lens? Are you experiencing the disorienting symptoms of the dreaded yellow eye fever? It's a condition characterized by a loss of focus on the future, a general feeling of instability, and the unfortunate delusion that old problems can solve new ones. This fever, this affliction, has been linked to the ideology of the United Workers' Party. But there is hope. A proven course of treatment is available, introducing the only known cure for this particular strain of political malaise: a strategic dose of PJP. PJP is a powerful political remedy, formulated by the leadership of the St. Lucia Labour Party. Warning: PJP is potent. Side effects are overwhelmingly positive and include a healthy infusion of real economic development, the spontaneous arrival of a communal mood being read, and in rare yet frequent cases, an epidemic of random acts of love throughout the nation. Don't suffer through the symptoms of yellow eye fever any longer. For a clear-sighted reality and a healthy nation, the only prescription is a vote for PJP.
In this election, the leaders of both of the main political parties can make the argument that as leaders, they have helped. And that may well be true, but we don't have to take it on faith because, as was said,
show me your faith by your works.
So now, in the comparison of both track records, indeed we can see Philip Pierre helped teachers get increased support and better pay for temporary teachers as well.
For the first time in the history of St. Lucia's education sector, the government will pay contracted teachers a salary for August. During a pre-cabinet media briefing, Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre said the move was a sign of appreciation for educators who help shape the minds of future generations.
Also, we will continue to support every early childhood student in the non-government school will get support.
These initiatives, facilitated by the Prime Minister's administration, aim to provide relief to parents and guardians.
Alan Chasney helped Ernst & Young, then led by his best friend and golfing partner, to get $15 million to prepare our national budget, even as we had experienced and well-qualified public servants already doing it for decades.
Much has been said about Ernst & Young. Procurement of professional consultants.
Philip Pierre helped restore our reputation and medical access to Martinique by paying the long-standing debts of St. Lucians who had sought medical care.
The government of St. Lucia has made major progress in settling its long-standing debt to the Centre Hospitalier Universitaire de Martinique, or the CHUM, with over $3 million paid towards arrears dating back more than 20 years. The announcement followed a high-level meeting between Prime Minister Honorable Philip J. Pierre and the director of the CHUM in Martinique during the Prime Minister's official one-day mission to Martinique.
He also invested over $27 million in the OKEU to build its fifth wing.
The wing, originally part of the hospital's design, but omitted years ago by a previous UWP administration to control costs.
Alan Chasney helped his personal friend, Barbadian multimillionaire cement importer Mark Maloney, by giving him $7.6 million to buy vaccines through an invented entertainment company, Good Vibrations. Then, said St. Lucians were lucky that Pierre managed to recoup some of the lost millions.
And I want to applaud Mr. Maloney, who did not have to do this, from what I understood.
But as the botched deal between Radical Investments, Good Vibrations, and several other contractors picked up regional coverage, it has been revealed that AstraZeneca, the manufacturer of the vaccine, was never in contact with Radical Investments or its suppliers.
Philip Pierre helped secure over $80 million in finances to upgrade our main stadiums and playing fields island-wide, prioritizing local contractors. Alan Chasney helped his friend Don Lockerbie by giving him $32 million while guaranteeing payment of his on-island living expenses, transport, and office furniture.
$12 million US, that's 40-something million EC. That's the cost of the Beausejour Cricket Ground. I was permanent secretary when we built the Beausejour Cricket Ground. It costed us about $33 million, the entire Beausejour Cricket Ground. And they were project managers employed. There were architects, engineers. All of that was within the 33 million. And one contractor, one person, a company, a friend of the Prime Minister.
And I played golf with him too.
While even subcontracting Lockerbie's father as an American preacher to install cancer-causing AstroTurf to our tropical playing fields.
Synthetic rubber, things like 1,3-butadiene, which is a proven human carcinogen, or styrene, which is a neurotoxic chemical. And the butadiene and the styrene can vaporize out of the fields on hot days.
A new NBC News report says the chemicals in those little rubbery pellets may cause cancer.
Philip Pierre helped to establish a first-ever minimum wage for workers island-wide. Meanwhile, Alan Chasney helped the Indian company known as the Cayman Group by giving them $1 million a month for over 2 years to manage the OKEU when a transition and management team consisting of St. Lucia nationals had already been approved by the European Union.
So government will pay for all of the salaries of the doctors and the nurses and primary and secondary health care. Wow. That will not be included as part of the insurance cost. Government will pay all of the utility costs. And government will pay for all of the capital costs associated to healthcare in this country.
Can you believe this, man? You are privatizing the hospital because you cannot find the $52 million necessary to operate the hospital annually. But you are telling the people you will pay all of those things, including the salaries of foreigners.
A projection of over $18 million on consultancies and commissions within the Ministry of Health has caught the attention of opposition leader Philip J. Pierre as he debated the estimates of revenue and expenditure for 2021-2022.
When members come to this house and talk about consultancy fees, $9 million, so what?
For years, St. Lucian farmers faced storms and unprecedented rainfall with no protection at all. When crops were destroyed, so were the livelihoods of farmers. Under the leadership of Prime Minister Honorable Philip J. Pierre, that has changed. St. Lucia is now the first country in the OECS to activate the Regional Economical Agricultural Insurance Program, or REAP. It's a $1 million government fund designed to safeguard banana and plantain farmers.
That is a significant step in the agricultural sector because we know we are facing the hurricane season. We are actually in the hurricane season, and you don't know when a natural disaster would hit our farmers, and our banana and plantain farmers are the most vulnerable.
I understand what agriculture means to a country. And I understand why it is important that you have to feed yourself. And I also understand the risk and the tears and the pain involved in agriculture production.
Alan Chasney helped his family from Martinique get some PR while falsely promising that he had secured a deal to export bananas to France. It never happened. Philip Pierre has helped the police with record investments in the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. Philip Pierre has helped the youth through initiatives like the Youth Economy Agency and the Semi-Pro Football League.
Feel the thunder of the pitch, the roar of the crowd, and witness the rising of our nation. St. Lucia, this is the Semi-Professional Football League Season 2. 143 electrifying matches. Play your schedule and be part of history.
While even now,